We're here with Malik Bridges. You are one of the resident artists at the Black Library. Since being part of the Black Library, let's just walk us through exactly what has changed for you since being part of this organization that popped up in Monticello.
I was born and raised here, but it created another layer of community here via people that I grew up with, also like new people that I never got a chance to work with or would have probably ever met without coming through here. Yeah, working in here has allowed me to have a peace of mind so I can really focus and lock in on certain aspects about my art and career and stuff. So that alone has gave me the ability to look into different avenues like grants and actually looking to get into galleries and stuff like that, via the resources through the Black Library. I'm actually in one of the resident artist studios right now, but yeah, more opportunities, of course. Yeah, so stuff like that.
So let's just remind folks of the type of work you do. I know you do music, but you
Yeah,
also do painting and other stuff.
yes,
All right.
yes.
So if you can you sort of describe your artwork?
So I'm a multi-disciplinary artist. I paint, I draw, I design, I make music. I put people together under one roof. That's one of my skills that I don't think it's highlighted as an artist as frequently as it should be because it's an art form to deal with other artists as well as other people in general. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff.
So how did you get the residency there? Did you apply for it? Were you asked? What was the process?
I applied. Yeah, it's funny because I knew both of the founders since I was a kid, but I still had to apply, and I took pride in that, applying to it. So actually, the applications are open right now. Anybody listening, anybody interested, I believe they take a wider range of different type of artists. I don't think there's any type of like criteria on what type of art. So if anybody is interested, it is open. If you go to theblacklibrary.com or either on their Instagram, the link should be somewhere visible. So yeah.
So, would just walk us through exactly what it means to be like residency there. You get a space to work, you get a chance to meet people, part of the sort of organization. What exactly is it?
Yeah, so they give you get a space for about 3 months and you work. What you can get out of it, I guess it really depends on the person. I'm at definitely a different level than some of the other artists. So like I was looking for certain things to get out of it already coming into it, such as, like resources and tools. So during my time, we were allowed the space, access to the space as well. And we did a bunch of like workshops. We had a bunch of guest artists and guest teachers and lecturers come in from artists from Denison Hill to Suni Sullivan, professors coming in to we did critiques, painting critiques, because the group that I was in, we were all painters, so it worked out. As well as grant writing stuff via DVAA. They had came in here and did for I think it was for this year actually for the grant, but it was back in December we did that. As well as we did a bunch of other writing exercises like artist statement stuff and things like that. So yeah, a lot of professional development, if you will, we got a chance to get our hands on, as well as push our skills technically. So yeah,
And talk about this is new for Sullivan County, it's new for Monticello.
yeah,
And prior to this, you working on your own sort of your home studio, whatever your space you had, and
right,
you're seeing that the transition into this space to be able to have your own space here,
yeah,
to be able to work, put your artwork. I'm actually looking at a photo where before I spoke to you on the Instagram, the Black Library. I think it was posted about April 2nd. It's a picture of you with your artwork and everything hung up on
oh
the
yeah,
wall. So like I said, this space provides you not only a space to work in a concentrated effort, like without distractions or like things like that, but you're also meeting other folks there, other artists there, and you're talking to them and I guess inspiring each other and looking for different ideas. Is that right?
yeah, absolutely. Even without looking for new ideas, we tend to well, you look, all right, I can only speak for me. I tend to stumble upon new ideas just being around some of these guys in here and gals. Yeah, just people just being under the same roof can create some this kind of like a synergy where, you may not have even been like looking for this thing, but it like found you in a weird way. So yeah.
Yeah. Since I'm originally from the city, but since I moved up here a couple of years ago, there's always talk about what there is to do in Monticello for quote unquote the kids or the young people in Monticello. And now there is
Right.
there. It's not, but it's not a normal space like where everyone thinks of, hey, let's do something for the kids. Let's put up a basketball court. Let's put up something, a weight room or whatever. Now that
Yeah.
you brought something here to the area that has to do with the arts and it has to do with creativity and giving space to folks who might not have the access to space like that for transportation reasons, for X, Y, and Z reasons.
Yeah.
Now there's a space locally that folks like you who are creative, who live in Monticello, who live in Sullivan County can go to. And not,
Yeah.
like I said, a lot of the arts are spread out in Sullivan County. You have stuff in Narrowsburg, stuff in Würzburg.
Right.
It's really spread out, and if you don't have transportation, or even if you have transportation, it's expensive to travel to X, Y, and Z places. But now you have
Mhm.
something local, something that's near you. And
Yeah.
what do you think about that? That wow, that could I don't know. Do you live in Monticello?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you could basically walk to this place, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how does that feel that to be able to walk to this place and find, like you said, your people, your community there?
There's no feeling quite like it because there's no place quite like this, you know what I'm saying? And again, you get out of it what you put in. People would have different ranges of feelings of what they get. But yeah, for me personally though, it was everything to have arts on this side because Sullivan County has always had art. There was nothing again concentrated on this side of Sullivan County. It was always on like the western side. You know what I'm saying? And it's nice to even have this place be the bridge between here and the western side because again, I went to a couple of galleries out in Narrowsburg, but via I found that information through here, through the Black Library. So it was just like even I probably wouldn't have known about any of those events if this place didn't exist because, the information wouldn't be able to, transfer through here over there. There's a free bus in Sullivan County. Now, I don't think it goes all the way to Narrowsburg, but it does go to, like, it goes Liberty, Fallsburg, Wardsburg, Monticello. I encourage people to use that bus. It's free right now, but I've heard otherwise in the future it might go up like $1 or something. But I use it when I need it to get around and go see some other things when I wanna get out of Monticello and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they are expanding the bus service at some point, and yeah, it has been access free for now. Even if it's $1,
Oh, yeah.
that's a great price
That'd be
anyway.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you use the bus to go to see some other artwork, to see other galleries in the county.
Yeah, yeah, I've used it to move around the county here.
Yeah, it's not surprising because I know I spoke to some folks in the galleries in Würzboro, and
Mhm.
some folks have one never heard of Narrowsburg, one, which was surprising to me. Uh,
That is very surprising, but
yeah,
yeah.
either they heard it, yeah, I think Narrowsburg is somewhere there, but never went to any of the galleries up there. And you're actually right.
Right.
It's sometimes the information doesn't get onto this side of the county that we have, and it's great that the Black Library is there to facilitate that, as we share information and share the grants and possibility for grants. Um,
Yes. Yeah. That's a major thing, though, is just getting the information to each other. That's, like, the biggest tool/weapon, slash weapon like, on the planet is information. So, people having access to that is, like, everything.
right,
As
right.
well as obviously it's a library, right? First and foremost, it's in the name, so information again, so
Right, everyone's bringing them together, and I see on the website, I see on social media, there's a lot of big events happening. You have the open mics happening at like I think twice a month. We just had Doug not too long ago on Radio Catskill talk about they had a recent residency show. Yeah,
yeah. So that's actually going on right now. The opening was last Friday, but it'll be up for at least a month. But yeah, this is from the last residence. So the second residency program was via through the Monticello High School. And these students are amazing. Like they're amazing. They're way better than I was at their age. They're way further developed in their arts and their career than I was at that age. So it's like super cool to see that. And again, I speak to my peers. We're always like, man, if we had this then, where would we be right now? But I think we are supposed to be here in general because I like to believe I'm becoming the person that I needed at that age, you know what I'm saying? I wish I had me when I was, like, graduating high school to even show me, because I didn't have anybody in person to emulate art from or to even have a roadmap. I didn't know anybody that I can go to physically touch. The first person that inspired me to actually have an art career was this dude named Paper Frank via Instagram, but he's all the way in Atlanta. Thanks to the internet, I was even able to get a glimpse of that. Oh,
Right.
that's possible. I can just invite people to a building and hang up art, and I can just do that every year or so and make a living. Oh, bet. Let's do
Right.
that.
And that's part to do is pursue more of your artwork and take it as sort of
Right.
as a career. Yeah, no, I
Yes.
could totally relate to that. I know, like I said, I originally came from the city, and in the city, of course, you
Mhm.
have abundance of programs and places to go.
Absolutely.
So that, but not always. I grew up in the Bronx. There was always everything was in New York City or everything was in Chelsea.
Yeah,
But
right.
more
Still had
things,
to travel.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like Monticello, more and more things as I before I moved out to the Bronx, a lot of things were popping up in the Bronx and popping up there. Like the Bronx Museum was another one great space that really broke folks from the community there. And that's what I like about you mentioned that. Like there's something now on this side of the county brings the community together there and for young
Yeah.
folks to go to. Uh,
Yeah.
you know,
That's what is amazing about this place because it's never been cool to hang out at a library up until now. So there's no way you would actually call if your parents called you, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm at a library." They'd be like, "Bullshit," back in the day, but it's like, now that's like a actual thing. So it's like a weird
yeah.
new day in 2024.
So if a stranger comes up to you and says, "Hey, tell me what's the Black Library is all about," what would you say to them?
Home,
Oh,
community, safe space, a gauntlet at times in the best way because as artists, they say iron sharpens iron. So it's just being around other really dope creatives keeps you sharp as it should. You shouldn't be the best in the room. You always should strive to be elevating yourself. Yeah, all of those words. Happy and good energy, vibes. That's what I would tell 'em.
so what's next for Malik?
What's next for me? So I have a project coming up titled Guardians. It's been on the hush hush because it was actually via a grant. It's actually tonight. I actually going to the award ceremony. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. But yeah, the awards today at the Forestburg Playhouse, and I'm putting together this multi-dimensional thing that this area, I wouldn't say needs, that's not fair to say, that I would like to present here as another way of enjoying yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the nightlife around here is very like cut and dry. It's like your little dive bar, whatever, restaurant type thing. There's nothing else in between, unless obviously here in the Black Library, because we have the paint and sip nights and stuff like that. Movie nights on Friday. Oh yeah, movie night tonight actually too. So anybody listening, I don't know what the movie is, but yeah, come out. We have a huge TV. It's like mad big, chairs, snacks, stuff like that. But next, Guardians again, right? This is a grant awarded through DVAA, and at that, I frequently take trips to the city because I like to be that bridge. Because you know how, like you're saying, you came up from the city, but I like to keep that bridge open because it'd be inaccurate for me to say that I have no influences from the city. You know what I'm saying? And I think we should continue to have a bridge and a dialogue between the mountains and the city.
We're talking to Malik Bridges, one of the resident Malik Titus Bridges, excuse me, one of the artists, resident
Ah,
artists at the Black Library, talking about your work to your future stuff. It is great that said you found a space, you found a community to support your work, support you as an artist here. Black Library, located at 418 Broadway in Monticello. Like I said, thank
yes,
you so much for
sir.
talking to me and I guess telling your
Thank
experience
you.
of being part of the Black Library and saying good luck with everything. Please keep in touch, and I'm sure we'll talk again soon. In Liberty, I'm Patricio Robayo for Radio Catskill.